Hello, family. Brandy coming at you again. I wanted to briefly again speak on something that it's kind of been repeated over and over again to me, and it's regarding just that, just speaking, the art of speaking, and I think that it's something that has been repeated over and over again to me because oftentimes I was overcomplicating it. And it's like I was overcomplicating it because I was trying to, I guess you could say, strategize and have everything lined up to say how to say it, what this meant, what this coincided with, and things of that nature. And I love acronyms. So I had actually written down ART as an acronym. And I was saying there's an art to speaking, but there's an art to speaking when you're led. There's an art to speaking when you're led to speak. And when I say you're led to speak, I always say it's Holy Spirit that leads you to speak. You know, a lot of other people believe in, other things and whatever the case may be. And if that's your cup of tea, that's your cup of tea. But as for this girl right here in her household, but the art to it is, being authentic. The authenticity of it, the authenticity of like genuinely being who you are for real. Being authentic about what it is that you want to say without being offensive. I'm not saying to be offensive to anybody. You can give truth, but not being offensive to the point of, hurting someone's feelings or whatever the case may be. But being authentic about who you are and what the gist of it is that you're led to speak about, what Holy Spirit literally wants you to say. Resilient, being resilient and really moving forward in giving all of you when you give whatever it is that you need to say. Oftentimes people will kind of pull back, and I call it shrinking back, and not really being as I want to say being assertive and being resilient and giving what it is that needs to be said, because sometimes something needs to be said. If you're led to say it, it needs to be said, and it needs to be said by you. It's someone that knows you. It's someone that is going to see you. It's someone that's going to hear you, that's going to connect with the voice that you have. And it can be the very same message or a very similar message that someone else gives, but they need to hear your voice. And that's why Holy Spirit will lead you to say it. So you have to be resilient in going forward and like pushing and saying whatever it is that needs to be said, that you're led to say at that given time. And transparency. And with transparency, to me, that kind of coincides with the authenticity of being transparent about yourself, being transparent about your experiences, being transparent literally about, once again, your message. Because if it's something that's personal and you can't be transparent about it, it really loses some validity, because people want to connect with the realness of you. They want to connect with whatever it is that you've experienced in your life, that you have triumphed over, that you're triumphing, over. So you have to be transparent about those things. And your transparency is going to lead to somebody else's, victory. Because to me, there's a certain level of courage that comes from listening to someone else who actually had the courage to speak about a certain situation or a certain challenge that they have overcome, or that they are still yet overcoming. You know what I'm saying? So authentically being who you are and being resilient and moving forward in the message that you're wanting to get out, not shrinking back, going forward, and being transparent in who you are and delivering that. Being transparent about your challenges, being transparent about who you really are as a person, because it's fun. It's fun to find out that other people who don't look like what they've been through have gone through things and triumphed over them, because it gives us a greater faith in knowing that the God that we serve is that dope, and that he feels so strong about us that he's going to get us through the same thing. He's going to get us through those hoops too. He's going to lead us to those same victories. So, use that. It's an art to it. It's an art to it. Authenticity, resiliency, and transparency. So be the artist that we were born to be, and let somebody else gain a victory through watching you go through your victory. You guys have an awesome one.